What is up, my butterflies? What is up, my besties? It's Corrie, and welcome to Corrie's Corner. Guys, I feel like it's been so long since I last talked to you guys. Okay, I did not post last week because I've been busy studying for exams, but I wanted to get some content out to you guys. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing another writing vlog because I don't really have the time to read anymore. If I have the time to write, I have the time to read, right? My hair is looking a bit of a mess, guys, okay? I've been living in sweatshirts and my textbooks for like the past week or so, and I still will be. My exams are next week, so you guys probably won't get a video then either. But after that, I have only one more week and then it's summer. Apparently, everyone's AP exams are different. I don't know. Some people took them last week, some people took them the week before. Mine are this week. Today we are going to be doing a writing vlog. I'm very excited because last week we did a writing vlog and that seemed to do well. And guys, I really do love writing. I'll put my author Instagram down below if you want to go check it out. But I'm excited because I started a new project and I love talking about my projects. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video, right? I remember last time I introduced you guys to my writing routine and my writing space. Today you're going to be getting a little bit more of a glance into that. Mostly because last time I feel like I just showed you guys like around the writing space. I didn't really get into much writing, you know? I did towards the end of the video, but it wasn't like all that, all right? I just really like the idea of like talking to you guys while writing because writing is like one of my favorite hobbies besides reading. Like there's something different about it. We're getting my computer up and running. Give me a hot second. How are you guys doing today? Are you doing well? I hope you guys are doing well. I've missed you guys so much. Like just being able to talk to you guys is so nice. I'm also like so appreciative of like the people who left such sweet messages, you know. Like I love you guys so much, okay? Like I literally missed you guys over this past week that I haven't been able to talk to you, and like I love you so much. Like you guys are just absolutely amazing. I don't think you understand that. Also, I'm so excited because Camp Nano's coming up. Someone did tell me Camp Nano is in July. I was right the first time. Camp Nano is in July, and I'm so excited for that. I actually started my project. I don't know if I told you guys that, but like last time after I finished filming, I started writing like this project, and I'm in love with it. Like I love it so much. I have my project open. Okay, you guys are not ready for this. Okay guys, it is a little bit later because my camera battery died, but as I was saying, I have my project open and you guys are not ready for this, all right? You know what I should do? Oh my gosh, before I know it, this is gonna become a writing channel. I'm going to give you guys a project tour. Last video, I kind of did something similar, but now we're gonna go in full depth because I love writing so much and I want you guys to love writing as well. I mean, if you don't, then why are you watching this video? Is it just to see me? If so, thank you. But I doubt that's why you're here. So let me show you guys my project. Okay, so basically in total currently, I have 6 projects that I'm working on. The first one is my debut novel. The title has already been revealed on my Instagram, so I'll go ahead and tell you. It is The Last Breath of the Midnight Rose, though I think I told you guys that in my other video. And that one is basically a fantasy romance, where my 2 main characters, Fallon Gray and Xavier Griffin, they've been enemies since high school, and they are on a journey together to save the world from dying. It is Beauty and the Beast inspired, and it is not really an urban fantasy, but it's not really high fantasy either, you know? I don't know if mid fantasy is like a category or not, but that's kind of where it's landing right now. It has its own magic system. It's in its own new world. It is a standalone though, just letting you guys know. I did not make it a series because I feel like it's better as a standalone. I don't feel like it needs to have other books to it. If it was in a series, I feel like it would be, you know, dragged out and therefore absolutely pointless and just a waste of paper and my time. Therefore, it is a standalone, okay? Okay. Next one, we have Project LS. That is the first romance in my Forever Beloved series. I wrote that while I was writing The Last Breath of the Midnight Rose. My third one is Project BMWE, that is also in the Forever Beloved series. The Forever Beloved series is technically a duology, it's not technically a series. My fourth project, and you'll see why in a second, my fourth project is Project CH. I'm thinking about including Project CH in the Forever Beloved series, which is why I'm calling it a series for now and not a duology, because technically all three of those books are set in the same world, they are set in the same time period. They're not all happening at the same time, but you know, it's all on the same timeline, so they work together, right? But since I have the cover for both Project BMW and Project LS matching, I thought, well, it would just be better if they were a duology, because that's originally how I wrote them to be. But Project CH, characters from Project CH ended up being included in Project BMWE, and so I was wondering if I should include them or not. I'm still not totally sure. I may just take the character out of Project BMWE, that way it'll work. Next, my fifth project is Project TST. That one I brainstormed also while I was writing The Last Breath of the Midnight Rose and Project LS. So that one has kind of been on my back burner because I've been deciding if I should write it or not, just because of the complexity of the actual content within the book. But I am going to write it, and I did figure out how to write that. I'm sure I'm going to write that one soon. Actually, that was the project I planned to write for Camp Nano, but, you know, we kind of got off the rails in 2024. And by off the rails, I mean we weren't even on the track. We weren't even in the train. We hadn't even pulled out of the station. So yeah, my final project, Project TCC. TC squared, anyone? Any math girlies out there? No, just me? Okay. Well, Project TC squared. That project I brainstormed while I was writing Project BMWE. Okay, let me tell you guys this. I have 3 projects that are currently written, okay? The Last Breath of Midnight Rose, that is my debut novel. It is in its editing phase, so it is like fully drafted and everything. We're just getting it edited. That way we can check off those edits and then send her out into the world. Project LS. Project LS, I have written the first draft and I'm currently in my second draft / personal editing phase. So that second draft is almost done. By almost done, I mean we are a solid 7 chapters in. There are only 20 chapters. Project LS is one of my romance novels, and my romance novels only have 20 base chapters. I've decided that because I liked 50,000 as a word count. A lot of people will say it's a novella. I don't think it's a novella. I think it's going to be like an actual book. But either way, all of my romance novels are gonna have 20 chapters. Whether I expand those 20 chapters and make them so they're longer than 50,000 words or not, that is up to future Corrie. Current Corrie does not quite know. Okay, Project LS, the first draft is done. I'm on draft number 2, which for me is my self-editing and reflecting on the actual content. And then afterward, that's when the actual editing, beta reading, all that stuff will get done. Okay, Project number 3, which is BMWE. That one is also done with the first draft. I am also in the process of editing that one. Project LS and Project BMWE, I am editing hand in hand because they go in hand in hand, and I have to fact check to make sure that all the details actually line up, because if they don't line up, then we will have a bunch of problems. Like nicknames. Like nicknames did not line up for a hot second, like in the first draft, so I'm like going in and going through and making sure all of them line up. Also, this is the time where I find my favorite quotes out of my books, when I'm doing draft 2, and oh my gosh, when I tell you, I love the quotes in these books so much, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I know I said Project CH was my favorite project, like just like a couple of minutes ago, well, a couple of minutes ago for you in this video, but Project BMWE, I love her so much. Like, I don't think you understand. Project BMWE is literally my heart and soul. It is my future. It is my life. Project BMWE is my trope. Okay? I love Project BMWE, and it will forever be me, and no one can ever change my mind on that. All right? All right. So yeah, those are the ones that are drafted. The ones that I'm planning to draft later this year, after all these are edited and stuff, because, you know, life, work, edit. That's how publishing works, guys. Yeah. So during Camp Nano, I plan to draft Project CH. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something really funny. I don't know what I was watching. I was watching something about blood pH, and the lady who pronounced it, bless her heart, she was like, pH. And so whenever I think of blood pH, or like when I say Project CH, I can only think of that British lady who was like, in your blood pH. She really pronounced the H, and I'm like, H? It's not H, guys. It's H. But you know what? That's okay, because, you know, different accents. Someone asked me if I have a British accent. I don't know who it was. Someone asked me if I have a British accent. I don't have a British accent, guys. I'm gonna take it as a compliment, because you know what? People with British accents are normally really pretty. So I'm gonna take that as the fact that you just called me pretty. You guys heard Peace by Taylor Swift? If not, you have to. Go listen to it right now. Like, what are you doing with your life? Hello? Anyway, yeah, what was I saying, guys? I don't even remember at this point. Project TCC is the latest project that I brainstormed. I'll show you guys. Let's take a little tour downtown. Okay, guys, look. This is her. Oh my goodness, you can see me in the background. Hi, Pookies. Anyway. Did y'all see that Grover went to the prom with that girl from Young Sheldon? Okay, this is off track. Never mind. Who even knows if you guys have seen Percy Jackson or not? Okay, these are my projects. We have my debut novel right here, which has a little title, The Last Breath of the Midnight Rose, if you didn't know yet, but I'm pretty sure I've said it at least 3 times in this video. Project LS, Project BMWE. These two are the ones that I was talking about were going to be in a duology, but I was unsure whether or not to include Project CH, which would be a series, a trilogy actually. They're connected standalone series, but they don't have the same covers. Like these two, these covers, they're one. They come together. This one, my darling over here, she doesn't have a matching cover with these two. What if I make my own universe? Like, you guys know how you have, like, the Sarah Moss universe? Or, like, you guys know what that is? What if, instead of making this all in a series, I have these two as a duology, this one as a standalone, but they're all in the same universe? Then I have characters from these two, which are also in the same universe. This is the latest project I've been working on, guys, okay? This one right here. This is probably one of my most anticipated like writing projects just in general. Oh my gosh, guys, my nails are not done. Don't look at them. Anyway, I'm really excited for this one because she is a Christmas one. You guys know like Hallmark movies and like those cute little Christmas baking shows? Yeah, that's what that one is inspired by, and I'm so excited to write that. I will tell you guys more about it later, but it's kind of like, I mean, it's not a secret project anymore, but you know, so excited to write her. I'm like planning her out, and she sounds like really good. Currently, the one I was writing last time I filmed a writing vlog, and the last full video that you guys saw was this one, Project CH. Project CH. Here's the thing about her. She is a contemporary romance. I don't know if she's YA or if she's NA. I don't think she's NA. I think she's YA, but like the older like side of YA. Just because the characters are so old, I don't know if they're not old. They're like 25, 26, but like they're on the older side of their 20s. So I don't know if I can still consider it as YA or not. I don't know. Just some food for thought. Okay, guys, that was that. Also, I remember I told you guys last time that I like to make playlists. You guys have to check out this guy that I just found. His name is Victor Ray. He is absolutely amazing. All, if not most of his songs are actually clean, actually. I said actually twice. He is literally just amazing. Also, guys, I got my hair did. Oh, look at her. She's so nice and neat and clean. Okay. So, here's the scoop. I don't like writing multiple projects at once. It irks me, it gets under my skin, like it's just like the worst thing possible for me. Probably because I don't like multitasking. Can I multitask when it really comes to it? Of course I can. Do I want to? No, because a lot of writers seem to do this. They're like, oh, I'm writing a project, but a new one just came in mind, so I'm just gonna hop over to that one. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you're just gonna hop over? Like, you can't finish the one you're currently writing? That's a problem for me-ish. I get ideas, but the thing is that with my system that I have right now, I can write them down to a point where I don't have to write them at that moment, but I'm able to write them later because of the way that I planned it and outlined it. Here's the thing, in 2024, as I said previously, I've been slumping, okay? I haven't really been setting deadlines for myself. It's just been a big problem. With writing, that is, and kind of reading too, because I just got out of this really long reading slump. And why do I think this happened? I'm gonna be real honest. Exams. Actually focus on my academic work, because apparently I can't be a babes who just reads all day and ignores her schoolwork. Like, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, but now that it is officially summer, I am going to be writing 24/7. Actually, I had like the best writing sprint of my life earlier today. Like, I sat down and I followed one of Kate Kavanaugh's like previous writing sprints from like 3 years ago. It was just a 3-hour sprint, and it was nothing too serious. I love how I say it's nothing too serious and it was like 3 hours. It was nothing too serious, not like one of her 6-hour sprints. Like, each sprint was like 20 to 25 minutes. It wasn't that hardcore, right? And usually per each sprint, my timing before, like last year, I used to get 1,000 words like per each 20-25 minute sprint. Yeah, that didn't happen this time. In total, I got 1,350 words, like for the entire 3-hour sprint, which honestly I think is pretty good for just getting back into writing. And it has been like great encouragement to write further. And I didn't write on one of the new projects that I was talking about. I was actually editing Project LS, because technically that is the next book I want to publish. Oh, speaking of, the order that I have all of my books in, like in my Google Drive, not only is that the order that I write them in, but that is the order that I plan on publishing them in. So like my debut novel, The Last Breath of Midnight Rose, that's going to be published first. Then it's going to be Project LS, and it's going to be Project BMWE, then it's going to be Project CH. You know, I just have a schedule and a way that all these things are going to go, okay? And honestly, I'm kind of excited. Like, I'm really excited, because even though I didn't even get through a chapter of Project LS, I feel like I did pretty good. Like, honestly, each chapter is like 2,500 words, because 2,500 times 20, 50,000 words. Guys, look at that quick math. That's around what it's supposed to be like, right? The sprint that I did today was actually pretty good, and I'm nearing the tail end of the chapter. We're not exactly at the end of the chapter yet, but you know what? What I'm planning to do, and I finally decided this after this writing sprint today, I'm planning to finish editing Project LS, then I'm going to finish editing Project BMWE, then I'm going to be able to finally write Project CH. Because what I like to do is I like to write a novel, let it sit for like a month or two, and then write another novel right after that. Like, while one novel is sitting, I'm writing the other novel. That way I can churn out my ideas like this. I don't know why, it just really works for me, and it helps me to be productive. That's how I wrote 3 books last year. I feel like that's really crazy to say, like, I wrote 3 books last year. Technically, my debut novel I've been writing for like the past like almost 3 years now. And they were all in the last 6 months of the year, because I finished Last Breath of the Midnight Rose in August. Then in September and October, I finished Project LS. I remember that very vividly. And then Project BMWE, that was my nano project, but I ended up extending it because it was longer than 50,000 words into December. And I finished that early December. That's crazy. Because here's the thing, I want to write my Christmas book in July. But in order to write my Christmas book in July, means I would have to get through 3 projects. Finish editing Project LS, finish editing Project BMWE, and write the first draft of Project CH. we're gonna pull a Shanti. Oh my gosh, if you guys don't know Shanti, go follow her on Instagram, TikTok, and I don't think she has a YouTube channel, but she writes a crazy amount. It's absolutely insane to me, and it's so cool. She's been on so many podcasts. She has written like 30 books and published 17 of them. Do you guys know how old she is? She is 16. She's literally my inspiration. I love her so much. Check out her books. But I'm gonna pull a Shanti here. I'm going to edit LS while writing Project CH. Did I just say a few minutes ago how much I hated multitasking and stuff like that? Yes, I did, but that's what we're gonna do. 1,000 words a day for each project. Around. It won't be that bad. That will take like an hour max. It may take a little bit more than an hour given my results today for my writing sprints, but that wouldn't be horrible. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna edit LS, then we're gonna write Project CH while we're editing. And then after that, we have our third finger here. Then we're gonna edit Project BMWE, which is also in the same realm-ish that Project TCC is, which means after we finish editing Project BMWE, that means I'll be in the exact same headspace to write Project TCC. And then by the time I finish Project TCC, that means Project LS, after I finish writing Project TCC, that means Project LS, Project BMWE are out of my hands and onto somebody else's, no longer my problem, okay, right? And then that means Project CH will be up for editing, which is absolutely amazing, which means after I finish Project TCC and then it's like done and I can like sit it out for the 2 months, that means that I could edit Project CH after I finish that, and then I'll be done with all of my not all of my projects. I will be done with the majority of my projects, and after I finish editing Project CH, that means I can write Project TST. All in time for the release of my debut novel. Guys, this is a revelation. This is amazing. Okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write it down on my planner right now. That is exactly what I'm gonna do, and you guys have to hold me accountable for it. Okay? Okay. I expect you guys to hold me accountable. Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. Is that gonna be all for today? Guys, I really don't want to see you guys go. I love talking to you guys though. I hope you guys have a great morning, evening, or night, wherever you are in the whole wide world. This is Corrie. I love you guys, and goodbye.